Welcome to Voices of Tomorrow. I'm Ninon, your host, and yes, we have a taste of Broadway today. We've got all the young kids. They're going from, I think, 5 years all the way up. I don't know how the ages between, but they're all pretty young, and they're all extremely good. Their voices are incredible. Jenny, how did you get all this together? This is getting young kids together all at one time to sing one thing is very difficult.
It's quite a process. I have 50 children in my program, and it started out when I began the program about 3 years ago. It started out about, I'd say, 30 kids, and the program was quite a success.
So there was that many that wanted to come in and sing and to perform?
Yeah, yes. I was a substitute. I did a long-term substitute position at Beverly Vista for the music teacher who was on pregnancy leave. And when I was there for 2 months, and we did a musical theater unit with the entire school because, unfortunately, they don't get exposed to musical theater very often.
Well, did they not cut all those programs out of the schools? I mean,
unfortunately, and I went through the whole Beverly Hills Unified School District, and we had a lot back when I was there, but it has been systematically cut from the schools.
So what do children do now that want to get into the entertainment business and want to, what do they
take
go?
my class.
They take your class, all of them. Okay, that's a good advertising. Come and take your class. We're going to go over to Jessica. Jessica, how are you?
I'm good.
You always want to sing?
When I was little, I thought about it, but once I heard that Jenny was going to be doing this class, I was like, yes, because I always knew Jenny as such a nice person, and then I'm like, it's always been one of my dreams to do something like Broadway.
Like to perform? And,
yeah.
Yeah? So do you prefer singing than dancing, or do you do both?
I do both.
You do both. Which one do you prefer?
Probably singing.
And she's
singing?
a fantastic actress as well.
Is she?
Oh, yes.
I think she's a fantastic everything. She's got a great face on her. We're going to go over to Ben now. Ben, how are you?
I'm very good.
I watched you sing earlier. You're amongst all these women. Are you the only male in this?
Not in the class.
No.
Usually there's about 4 or 5 in the class, but this session, the newest one, we have 7.
Yep.
And it's...
So you're not so alone.
No.
So it's just today they
Right.
weavered you out and everything. What made you go into this singing?
Well,
with
I
Jenny's
started singing at the age of 4, and I've done many shows, and I started this class when it first came out. The first session it came, and I've done every session. And I was in 4th grade, and I wanted to do it because I love musical theater.
So this kind of gave you a chance to get out there and to practice your voice. Otherwise, how would you practice if you didn't have Jenny?
Well, I used to take music classes, like, for my voice, and then, I wanted to go to Jenny's class because my dad and her dad are like really good friends. They were in high school or college together.
It's kind of like a family affair going on here.
So and she's always been like my substitute teacher. So yeah.
You're enjoying it. Rebecca, how are you?
Good.
You do a little solo there, don't you?
Yes.
How do you like it? No, you're from Greece, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And you've only been here what, a couple of years?
3 years.
3 years. How come your English is so good?
Well, English is my first language,
Yeah.
but there's so many Greeks around me and all different accents because my dad owned a hotel.
Okay. Now, is your dad Greek or your mum?
My dad.
Your dad's Greek.
Yes.
And your mum is what, American?
Yes.
Oh, so you've got both languages going there.
Mm-hmm.
So which one do you prefer?
English.
You prefer English? It's the most common one, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. And how are you, Adriana?
Fabulous.
They're fabulous, and you've got a fabulous voice. You're performing out there now. Now, what makes you get all this energy and you go out there and you kind of give it your all? How do you do that? It's such a little tiny soul.
Well, it's not because I love performing, I love singing, I love dancing, and it's just one of my favorite things to do.
So when Jenny came along, before Jenny was, how old are you?
7.
You're only 7.
Second grade.
You're in 2nd grade. So before Jenny came along, what were you doing? Were you singing then, or did you not start it then?
Well, I like to sing in front of my family and sing on the
Oh,
conference.
you were the entertainment for all the parties.
Yeah.
Every time a party came around, you were kind of
I really liked dancing, so I took ballet and stuff like that. And then last session, I tried to do Broadway, and I really liked it.
You like Broadway? You like being on Broadway?
I
Debbie,
do.
how are you?
Good.
Right over there in the corner. Now, you are older than looks like everybody here.
No.
You're not. How old are you?
10.
You're a big girl for 10.
Very mature young lady.
Very, very mature, extremely so. So what brought you into this realm of Broadway?
Well, like when I was a kid, I usually performed a lot because I was in like Temple Emmanuel, and almost like every single Friday we would perform for the adults and stuff. And it just really got me inspired in singing and everything. So once I heard that Jenny's class was going on, I'm just like, I really want to try that.
That's kind of giving you an opportunity, right, to get out there. Do you feel that you're giving all these young people this great opportunity? They're starting at the very 7, and you know we've got one that's coming on later, a little younger, I think, is she?
I think Allie's 7?
6, 7 as well.
Allie's
7 as well.
Yes.
So, and what is the youngest? Yeah, 7.5.
7.5.
Excuse me.
Very important.
Okay, very, very important. What made you start this class with children so young?
There's a lot of facets that kind of built up to this. Very, very briefly, I was a performer since I was 4 years old. My parents were performers. I was on stage with them when I was 4 years old. So it was something that's just in my soul.
So you felt you let everybody else be out there at 4 years old since you had to do it.
Exactly. I think that actually what I talk about in the show quite a bit is musical theater is an original American art form. Mm-hmm. It was created by America, and I think it's part of our history.
I think when you talk about Broadway, you think of America.
Absolutely.
You know, because I'm European, so you know.
Right, you think of opera a lot
yes,
when you think of European.
Yes,
you know,
Europe. Yes, you do. But when you think of Broadway, you immediately think of you think of New York. You know, you think of those beautiful stages and everything. Have you performed in New York?
I performed a lot. I went to school in Chicago, so I performed a great deal in Chicago. I never made it out to New York because I happened to be out here touring with the show, and I met my husband. Stayed here.
So he stayed
and my family's here.
And your family's here.
Yes.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back, and of course, we're going to see, on our break, we usually have PSAs, but this time we're not going to. We're going to see some of these young kids, how they perform and what they do. They're absolutely great. We'll be back right soon.